Hold on. Let me talk to my lawyer. I need to consult my lawyer. I don't believe he was consulting with a lawyer. I'm sorry, y'all. I do not believe he was. I think he put the phone on mute. He probably called Armon on the other line. He probably called somebody else on the other line, but he definitely, if he called anybody, but he definitely did not call a lawyer. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. Show me the receipts, because you haven't showed anybody any damn thing. And you guys knowingly went into this legal document on lies. I just need to know that for the record. This is what you're telling me? Oh, well, not those terms. No, boo-boo. I need you to say exactly how you just said it, because that's what you just said. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. I'm Nesha, and today we're going to discuss this interview that Storm Monroe did. Shout out to Storm Monroe. You did an awesome job on an interview. Y'all asked the right questions. My favorite part was when Tasha K called in, because Mr. Trey was not expecting that, okay? And he definitely got starstruck when she called in, okay? And that literally, as soon as that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I already know what this is. This was literally, you know, a way to get somebody's attention. Now, I could be wrong, but let's go ahead and jump into my commentary based off of this whole situation. Now, if you don't know what had transpired between Armon, Wiggins, Tasha K as of the last, week or so, I'm so sorry. There's a ton of videos that, there's a ton of videos that broke that whole situation down. So I'm not going to go back through that, but I have been following it, okay? Now, what pissed me off about this entire situation from the get-go, okay, was that I felt like Armon Wiggins really should have vetted this information before he put it out, okay? Now, this is speaking of in the very beginning, right? Now we know, according to Trey, that this was all set up behind the scenes, okay? But I'm just saying, from the very beginning, I was like, oh, hell no. So you mean to tell me you just let a person call in and they tell you all of these crazy things about, you know, they mentioned cocaine, kids trying to get, kids about to get taken away from them, husbands got pregnant, girlfriend, side pieces, 2 months before the baby gonna get here. We talking about foreclosures, some apparent alleged cousin is giving him all of this information, and he was just spewing all this stuff. And I'm like, wow. And then to see Armon, he was like really excited to get this information, but he did not vet any of it. And what tripped me out, it didn't seem like he cared about it. It just really seemed like, okay, since Tasha K puts out all this stuff about these different celebrities, now it's time for her to get a dose of her own medicine. And so I was just like, okay, maybe that's why he's excited. But then again, this is a person that, you know, from the videos that I watch, I don't watch every single video, but this is a person that I would think would, you know, take his credibility more serious than just throwing anything out there, okay? Yes, it's a call-in show. You can't control who's calling in, but in this case, you probably did. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? At some point, when you start seeing people start spewing these different lies or these different allegations, okay? We don't know that they lies yet. So these different allegations at that point, I would say, okay, hold up, pause. If you can't provide any receipts based off of what you're telling me or for what you're telling me, then I don't even want to hear it, okay? Then when I think a little bit further into that, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Why would you want to put stuff like this out there? You know, so from the very beginning, I was just a little bit thrown off, but I did watch because I wanted to see what the hell was, how this was all going to unfold. Tasha K she would say things here and there, and I'm not going to put any images or clips in this video because this is just, I literally just watched the interview and I'm like, I just want to say some stuff about it. So I'm not going to put any of that in here. I'm just going to throw the video up, but you know what I mean? Maybe if y'all want a whole breakdown or whatever, we'll do that. But y'all don't need it because there's a lot of people out there that got this. So I'm just looking at this like, you know, Tasha K not really responding, but she's doing a whole lot of laughing. And maybe she's not really, you know, digging too far into this because, you know, if it is a defamation of character, she's pretty much covered. Let they ass talk, and then we gonna hit them with some legal documents. You know what I mean? You know, like I say, from the beginning, it was just all so crazy. So much was going on. So many different people was trying to, you know, make content or make videos about it. I kind of held off because I just wanted to see how all this was gonna pan out. You had Armon just feeling himself because people were making videos, and now his name is actually in the title, and so he felt like, well, wow, I'm content now. You know what I mean? So I've made it. Some people though, a lot of people were happy to see Tasha K finally exposed, okay? They didn't care that, okay, this girl got a whole husband. Y'all putting her out there trying to say she gay. She has friends that are affected by this that are not YouTubers. Her daughter almost being taken from her is a serious allegation. You're putting that out there. And even like Tasha K mentioned, you know, my child is 12 years old. Bullying is real. So if one of her classmates get a hold of this and now they're bullying her at school, saying that she could have been taken away from her parents, or that your mother is a crackhead, or that your mother is gay. You know what I mean? You kids are ugly, okay? I'm dealing with that right now as we speak with my son. We getting all our papers and documents in order. That's why it's so important not to bring kids into situations, because we can't. An adult, you can say whatever you say. Hell, I'm gonna go to work. They ain't finna bully me at work. You know what I mean? I can just whatever. I can flip off. Don't have to watch. The kids, they can't. So it's just one of those things. So now she has to be mother bear even more to protect her child, because y'all throwing all this shit out there. And then for it to come out, now 7 Stars had did an interview. Shout out to 7 Stars. She did an awesome job. But she had did an interview, and she basically, Trey, he called in. He basically said that everything was a lie, that it was just made up. It was all planned to be like this. And he did not want to say who the female blogger was, because he claimed that he had or he signed an NDA or whatever. There was some type of disclosure, okay, to where he could not speak. Is it disclosure? I might be saying the wrong damn word, whatever. But he signed something to where it said he couldn't talk. So he could not tell you who it was according to him. But he was just giving her information saying that it was all planned by Armon. Now, Armon had came out and made a video apologizing to Tasha K and saying that this guy was a liar. But you know, it's hard to believe Trey, because you came out and you like threw all these lies out there about Tasha K. But then now you're saying that it was everything was a lie, and this was planned, like this was all set up. And it's kind of hard to believe what you're saying, but then I'm looking at Armon Wiggins a little sideways, because are you now just coming out to say this because you're trying to save face now? You trying not to look crazy. Look, you know what I mean? You don't want to look shit face out here because this guy is now coming out here and he's blasting. She was able to determine who that female blogger was just by looking at Armon Wiggins' show. She did some little Inspector Gadget work, and then she figured out that it was Candace from Daytimeteatime. Now, when she said that, I was like, come on now. Where's the receipts on this? Because it just doesn't make sense that Candace would risk her platform in order to, you know, just try to come for Tasha K and all what she got, what she didn't earn. It just doesn't make sense that Candace from Daytime would put herself on the line like this just to try to resolve some old vendetta that she has against Tasha K. I mean, Tasha K every now and again would throw slugs at her, but you know, that's just name calling. Who the fuck cares at the end of the day? But we're talking about a business here, okay? This is your job. This is your bread and butter. You would not put that on the line just to spew some lies, okay? So when she said that, I was looking at 7. I was like, nah, 7, I don't know if I'm with you, but I'm here, okay? I get what you're saying, and I know that Tasha K wouldn't come out here, and y'all, you know, y'all held us up, and y'all said y'all had this tea, and y'all was getting ready to expose some people. I know y'all said that, 7, but I was just like, nah, it can't be daytime. She's smarter than that. No, it's not daytime. So then Armon comes out, he does a video, and he's like, well, look, you know what I mean? It wasn't her. Nice try. So I'm just like, okay, because it don't make sense to be Daytimeteatime. Surely she wouldn't do that. Especially considering the fact that when Tasha K confronted her behind the scenes, she said, no, it wasn't me, and do not put my name out there because I will have to do what I need to do legally. And Tasha K was like, well, you do what you need to do. So Tasha K was very confident. So I was just still on the fence, like, man, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. So then now we get to Storm Monroe. And I especially love the fact that your boy wasn't expecting Tasha K to call in. He seemed a little bit starstruck to me. But then anyway, he's talking to her. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's you. And I said, see here, this is what he was looking for. He wanted to get her attention. And this was the perfect way to get her attention. But boo, that's the wrong way. Because later on in the interview, you did say that you were also working on your own platform. And this is the way that you want people to remember you. Whenever you come on, they're going to be like, you full of lies. I don't know if you're telling me the truth or if you're lying. People not going to want to deal with that. So I'm just very shocked that he would do all of this, even though he claims that in the very beginning, he says that he didn't want to do this. He said, no, I wasn't raised like that. My mom would not have me do that. If she knew I was doing that, she would get into me. And I said, this is a good woman. This woman is a hard-working woman. I'm like, bullshit. Okay, bullshit. You know good and well that you was not saying that, sir. I'm sorry. It's hard to believe anything that you say because a lot of the stuff that you said were lies. Okay, and you claim that somebody else put you up to it, but I don't believe it. I think y'all all conspired to do this, and it just backfired on all of y'all asses. Okay, but he comes out and he's just basically saying, no, at first I didn't want to do that, but then I thought about it and I said it's going to be on my terms. So you had morals the first time they asked you and you said you wouldn't do that because it was wrong and because your family would frown upon this and they're Christians and all of this. But then you thought about it and you figured that you could get something out the deal as well. So you just full it as the rest of them are, as Armon, as Daytime Tea Time, because of first he didn't want to mention that it was Daytime Tea Time. He kept trying to say, oh, I got these papers and I can't sign it. Hold on. Let me talk to my lawyer. I need to consult my lawyer. I don't believe he was consulting with a lawyer. I'm sorry, y'all. I do not believe he was. I think he put the phone on mute. He probably called Armon on the other line. He probably called somebody else on the other line. But he definitely, if he called anybody, but he definitely did not call a lawyer. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. Show me the receipts because you haven't showed anybody any damn thing. Okay. But anyway, so he claims that He was asked the first time. He said he couldn't do it. Absolutely not. And then the second time, he was like, it's going to be on my terms. And he was paid a couple $1,000s, but he couldn't say what that was because it's also in the contract. And then Tasha K said something. I was like, girl, yes, get his ass. She was like, so you're telling me that basically y'all did all of this and this legal document is protecting a bunch of lies. And you guys knowingly went into this legal document on lies. I just need to know that for the record. This is what you're telling me? Oh, well, not those terms. No, boo-boo. I need you to say exactly how you just said it because that's what you just said, okay? You just said that y'all, the three of y'all got together, even though you did not want to name the name, but eventually you consulted with your lawyer and he told you that you could say the legal name, and it is Candace, okay? So I really hope you ain't lying about that because she could sue you as well. So you say, no, it wasn't like that. Armon brought the information to me, and then I was supposed to, this was an Academy Award winning performance. I'm not proud about it, but I really can pat myself on the back. I did a really amazing job. No, you didn't, because nobody believed your ass. And if you really did an amazing job, you would have had some type of receipts. You would have forged some receipts, honey. You would have created some. You would have curated some type of receipts if this was an awesome performance, because nobody believed you from the get-go. But anyway, back to the story. And so he's saying, no, that's not what I'm saying. No, that really is what you're saying. You're saying that three of y'all got together. You were provided this information, some truths, more lies, and you were asked to call in and to give this information to the public. You knew that this was damaging, okay? Defamation of character. You knew what you were doing. And before you did all of that, though, you were asked to sign a contract stating that you would say what you said and that you would not expose the person that brought you the information. Which, by the way, is a stupid ass move on Candace. If you did it, Candace, okay? If you did it. By the way, I had a few drinks, but I'm listening. Or I'm saying, if you did it, Candace, that is very stupid because Tasha K appears to be a person that's pretty smart. She knows exactly, you know, she's very strategic, okay? She's the type of person to where she reminds me of my mother-in-law. Like, I know exactly, I don't care how many drinks I done had, I know exactly what's going on. So if I bring person A, B, and C around my friend, because in the beginning, I don't care how many drinks I done had, I'm going to know who I want around my friend and who not, okay? Who I don't want. She's like, I know these people that I done brought around my friend, okay? That one truth that you told, that was what exposed you. I know who I brought around my friend, okay? So let's narrow down. This person said this, that, and that. And then she put it all together, and that's how she was able to figure out who it was before this person, Trey, even really opened his mouth and said anything. But I'm just like, come on now. You cannot be that crazy, Candace. I'm over here giving her props. She out here meeting with Steve Harvey and his wife, and she's out here networking and doing big things, and she's having new series on her show, and yeah, her views are kind of fluctuating a little bit, but whatever, it's YouTube, and that happens. I mean, even Tasha K can attest to that. It happens. Sometimes people feeling you, other times they not. It just depends on how they feel that day. So, you know, I really wasn't concerned too much with that stuff. I just knew that she was doing much better, and she had came out of a place. Unfortunately, that friendship did not last, but she's trying to do much better. And I was just trying to decide whether or not she would be that damn dumb. Candace, how the hell you gonna come back from this? Okay, anyway, y'all, let me see if I have any other notes. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about, just real quick. I didn't like how when Trey started the interview, he said, I decided to come to you because your platform is much more professional and the quality is much better, you know, than the other two people that I spoke with. I'm like, way to shit on the very person that gave you an opportunity to call in and to defend yourself and, also apologize to the person that you affected throughout this whole process. She gave you an opportunity. And listen, I just feel like that's effed up. Because she could have very well told you to hell with it. Don't call my platform. You full of lies any damn well. She let you call in. And for you to call in and the first thing you did, and I felt like that was a snake move. You know, your platform's much better than the other people that I went to. It was so dusty over there. I didn't like it. So you're much better. This is why I'm over here. This is the team A. This is the A team right here. So I have to come over here because y'all are better. And I felt like Storm is very smart, right? Because he didn't catch on to that. He really probably didn't care. He probably let the shit roll. But I don't like how he's trying to play them against each other because these are both people that are well known to be associated with Tasha K. And so now you're trying to play one against the other. See, your platform is much better than hers. The same thing, the same shot that Armon tried to shoot. And it's like everybody grow at their own, how long have I been talking? Oh, Lord, I've been talking too long. But anyway, everybody grow according to what they're meant to grow. Or does that even make sense? You know what I mean? Everybody grow how they're supposed to grow. Let me say it like that. So maybe 7 stars is not where you think she should be, but she's getting somewhere, okay? And that's fine. She says this is a hobby for her. Hell, the same for me. I don't get to sit on here all day, every day and talk about stuff I really wish I could. I get so mad because by the time I get off and want to talk about the shit, it's kind of like out the window. It doesn't even matter anymore. Meanwhile, Storm has been able to work personally with Tasha K to get a more hands-on training on how to make all of this pop and look nice. So for you to sit there and try to play them against each other, like I just felt like that was very tasteless, okay? Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. The dude say he caramel, and Tasha K said he dark skinned, and he didn't even want to address the fact that no, dude, you are actually dark skinned. I don't know how he really look. I need to look at his page. If I can find a picture, I'll put it somewhere in this video. But I'm like, look, you even lying about your damn skin color. You don't know what color you are, sir. I am just really disgusted at the fact that 3 people literally conspired to, if Trey is actually telling the truth this time, that 3 people conspired to take a person down. And I really feel like when you do things like that, only bad come to you. You're not gonna grow like that. You will definitely remain stagnant, and if you do get a little bump in your growth, understand that it's going to be temporary, because God cannot bless, or whatever your higher power is, cannot bless behavior like that. That is snake behavior, and I've never ever seen this go down like that. All right, y'all, get into the comments and let me know what you think about this situation. He still didn't bring any receipts. I would like to see the part of the contract. I would like to see maybe a phone conversation that he had with somebody, something, a phone call, a screenshot of a phone call. I need to see something, because at this point he still hasn't brought any receipts. But from what he said, it does make sense that it would happen the way that he described it happening, okay? I'm just not convinced that he was the innocent party in this and he was just being used so that way he can be Armon Wiggins' mentor. I just don't believe that part at all. So comment down below, let me know what y'all thinking. Until next time.
I'm ready to go. This tea is super hot. I'm about to go.